everybody, welcome back to West of Loathing. When last we left off, Reboot Hill. Shanks Weems, we're reasonably sure he's dead. Adam L. Olmanda. They got him coming and going. I see what you did there. I see what you did. It's one of those things that's the same backwards and forwards, but I can't remember what it's called. Begins with a P. Dink Scotch Tinkerson. Drowned in a barrel of whiskey. It's what he would have wanted. Come up. Old Dead Tom. Took this kind of a long time to get around to do it. To this. Ah, indeed. Fred Deeks. Couldn't remember the rhyme about which snakes are poisonous. Here's poison. Leonard Flint. Died as he lived, screaming. Annette Jangle. First lady bicyclist to ride off a cliff. Ooh, right route. Lavender Trinks. Inventor of the external combustion engine. Let's loot them. It's the reins of a picnic. Let's loot it. Pensicore, professional sword swallower. Dynamite Jim Fresca, all the bits we could find. This two swords are bigger. Fancy has a door on the front. Let's not mess with that just yet. Well, okay. Inside there's a document and a weird little metal object. Read the document. The document describes a tontine, the burial wishes of Chet Busterly, and a weird series of letters. B? No, I guess I'll have to take another picture. Huh. I'll take the object. Looks like a broken key fragment. Interesting. Big block. Document, a weird little line. Read the document. The burial wishes of Sam Feathersmith. Huh. Take the object. Pull your stuff, crack your knuckles, and perform a complicated grave robbery. Read the document. I'm sure this means something, but I don't know what. Probably that means to reforge the key. Late Tootsberry. Died of a disease we don't have a name for yet. Perletta Fink. Territorial Scoffing Champion. You're not going to get anywhere past this barrier of whirling bones without, well, making it so there's no barrier of whirling bones here anymore. I shall crush them! Those bones that attached to nothing are no match for the ones attached to your muscles. That's some Boingstrom. Buried was her treasured collection of dog ears. These skeletons look like they're barely manning control over the skeleton. You throw a rock at the skeleton when it explodes. Wow. I didn't mean to do that. Wow, they must have been real high energy ritual they were doing. You jerk, we were using that skeleton. You guys are jerks for using the skeleton in the first place. Why, I oughta... That's too much. Hey. Foul sorcery they were trying to accomplish here, and then he wrecked their lives by ending them. Black Belt pedestal, frightened topics in next. Thread vroom, nothing but boots and teeth. Nothing but boots and teeth, rather. Pensla Wackerlasky, nice lady, but a really unfortunate name. Stench resistance, you say? A sticky note. This is a sticky note with a magic word written on it. Poor security practice. Examine it. It says abracadabra. That's gotta be important. Alright, what's it say now? Uh-huh. 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 Nothing here but 3 bedrolls and a single stale smell. Xavier G. Hornhog, 1754 to 1802. Ran for mayor right off a cliff. Lucky Vinnie Pike, 1864. It's bound to run out sooner or later. Gina Slapradish. Ate too many wasps. Hazel Batchley. Embroidered herself to death. That one guy. You know the one, yeah, him. Brett Haggins, the most strikingly rat-faced man any of us has ever seen. Stanrietta Mickelson tried to eat a live eagle on a dare. Looks like the eagle knocked all of her teeth out of her teeth on the way down. Good day to you, sir. The skeleton doesn't seem to be particularly threatening apart from being a general reminder of your own mortality. Hello? Who are you? Name's Bernard. Shh, lower your voice so he doesn't. Ooh, the cultist? Yeah, shh, yes. Not a fan? The reanimating technical skeletons that have been on to me, right? It sounds horrible. Can you imagine having to walk around without your skin? How embarrassing, not to mention cold. Sure, well, was I mean, dying's hard enough. Who wants to come back to life just when you're getting used to being dead, right? I can see that. But can you do something? I don't want them to find me. Took care of them already. That's a load off my mind, let me tell you. Here, you can have this worry stone. I don't need it anymore. What's it do? Should I tell him? There doesn't seem to be much I can do here now. Look up what you're supposed to do with that key pieces. There's a deeply gravelly exhalation of breath behind you, and you realize you've been ambushed by a hell cow, a big one too. Well, let's grab it by the horns. Hell cow, you are now dead. You made mincemeat out of that walking side of beef. Safe cracking. The word safe is a real misnomer when you're around. Just call me the butcher. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. A grim-looking cowboy rides up and blocks your path. Hold it, this area is full of cows and I can't let you go any further. It ain't safe for your folks. Y'all go ahead and turn on back now. Well, thanks for the warning, but what if I refused? I'll use force if I gotta. You're gonna assure my safety by beating me up? I recognize the conundrum, but that's the times we're living in. I'm gonna push past you. One side, fella. Hey, now, I said I ain't letting you pass and I meant it. I'd like to see you stop me. You beat the hell out of that cowboy and take his fancy silver pistol. Not sure what lesson he's learned here, but he probably learned it? Silver bullets? Sure, I guess you want to do the job half-assed. Butcher takes a shortcut through what you take to be an old cow graveyard. Suddenly, the entire graveyard's worth of bones clattered together into a giant antagonistic pillar of evil. Well, antagonize it back. There's a goblin standing off to one side of the trail, just staring up at the sky. They don't even seem to notice you approaching. Hello? Oh! Hello, hi! What are you doing? A moon, I am looking at it. Either moon is out right now, nothing being up there. I am happy to be waiting. The moons won't come for hours. You two waiting this long? Yes, yes. The moon's so big, so bright, so big, to waiting and seeing. You very to liking a moons, huh? Yes, yes, very. To looking, to collecting rocks of them. Goblin takes a pouch of pebbles out of his pocket to show you. They could be moon rocks? Nah, leave them alone. You decided to leave the goblin alone with whatever it is they're doing. Embarrassing typo. Look, there are a great many of stone crosses. Those are graves, I guess military graves, since they're all the same roads and such. Soldiers? Yeah, even when they're dead, the officers make them line up. This is the grave caretaker's shanty. Look around the shed. The caretaker appears to have been shirking his duties for quite a while, judging by the dust and cobwebs. The tools? Well, tools singular. There's a shovel here. Since you already have a shovel, you leave it alone. It's not like you'll be able to dig twice as fast. Look under the chair. Like all chairs owned by one guy, it has a year's worth of linting food crumbs underneath it. Gross. Scope out the desk. It's covered with old paint, splattered newspapers, and features a large collection of tiny jars of paint, as well as a fine-tipped brushes, a can of thinner, and a stack of history books. Curious. Flyers on the wall. A flyer for Military Reenactment Enthusiast Society. Apparently they meet regularly at Fort Memorandum. Maybe that's where the caretaker went. Interesting. Let's visit number 666. You found a pedestal with a leather-bound book on top. It looks evil. Better grab it before somebody else does. 1, 2, 3. Approach the grave. It reads, General Elijah Slater, 77th Armored Division. The soldier bearing is making a lot of noise. Let's go. Teach you to make noise. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. I have erred. Hi. Falco Punch! Skeleton and stuff what's left of it back into the grave hole. I don't get his helmet or anything? Reads First Lieutenant Philomena Delacruz, 4077th Chief Medic Division. Oh, let's say hi. Hello. I know there's more, but I can't think of anything. Like any, specific numbers. What about 3, 2, 1? Caution, do not touch Eternal Flame. Goblins are extinguishing over the Eternal Flame. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. No? He has good fire. Not to wasting it. I'll let Gary handle this. Go over to test the goblin. Both their attitudes toward the whole thing basically seem to be, hey, why not? Hey, they asking if wanting buying a weenie? Sure. This is a bratwurst from a goblin in the cemetery. It's kept warm by our gratitude for the soldiers in uniforms who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we may be free to have barbecues. Eat? another thing I just need to look into later. Curious copes. Let's check something. Northwest. This thing looks pretty tough and attentive. It doesn't look that tough and attentive. Put an end to that crazy machine's century-long reign of terror, or duty, I guess. It was just kind of minding its own business. The beep from your transponder reaches a deafening volume. Whoa. Insert the battery into the monolith spring select. Everything goes blue for a second. Offline source current. Interesting. Fort Treason. Sounds like the fort to be. A demi-culverin cannon. Look closely. Fine cannon. Demi-culverin in size. Walk away. Every soldier man is gone. Poke around and see what I can figure out what happened. Yes, Gary will waiting here. Good old Gary. Artillery targeting flare. Serial bullets, hardtack. Chest full of medals, you say? Nothing commands as quite as much respect as a whole bunch of military medals people think you've earned. Well, let's see what we have here. A battered, dog-eared, army-issued diary. The cover says Private Matthew, barely legible in a collection of gravy stains. Most of Private Matthew's diaries is empty pages, ink splotches, and latrine duty again, blah blah blah. Near the end, though, you start to see notes about the fort's commanding officer, Captain Simon, going off the deep end, and Matthew puts it, being stuck out here in the middle of nowhere is doing nothing but driving the captain friggin' bug nuts. The captain eventually decided that a nearby ranch, occupied by a solitary woman and her book collection, was actually an enemy outpost. Matthew felt compelled to warn the woman, but she was too worried about getting court-martialed to give her any specific details on the looming threat. In an attempt to prevent an imminent cannonballing bombardment of the ranch, Matthew stole some of ballistic charts and hid them in a post box during a shore leave in Dirtwater. This place doesn't have any damn shores, he comments. What the hell? Unfortunately, the cannons had already been calibrated, and when Matthew returned to the camp, he discovered the shelling had already begun. In his last entry, he declares his intention to start a mutiny, but the diary ends with no conclusion to the story. Interesting. If I recall correctly, I can alter time. Private Lemon's diary is pretty dry and not very interesting. It's just a list of day-to-day duties of a straight-laced soldier up in the hills without anything to fight. Towards the end, it mentions their commanding officer, Captain Simon, becoming increasingly agitated and convinced that a nearby ranch has been being used as a spy outpost. Lemon doesn't sound convinced, but as one annoyingly vague entry puts it, orders are orders. The last few entries had to do with the distance in the ranks and the possible mutiny, the thought of which Lemon abhors. The rest of the pages are blank. Must have been when they stored all their fire. As you're riding along the trail, a wisp of smoke draws your attention to a devastated ranch, like really devastated. Worse than most of the ranches around here, which are, on average, pretty messed up. There's no way past these cows except through these cows. Seems like a little waste of my time, but whatever. Cow. You insist those little doggies get along. Ah, this place has really been blown up. This used to be an undestroyed bookshelf, but not anymore. Small diary, the only thing left of the shelf. The Diary of Alexandria. You flip through the diary. Most of it is uneventful, describing the life of a woman who likes books and isn't really interested in much else. It ends with a passage about a soldier from a nearby fort warning her about some kind of danger she wouldn't specify. So she moved most of her valuable books to the cellar and took the ordinary precautions, i.e. boarding up the windows and not leaving the house at night. Turns out that isn't much good against cannonballs. The books are wrecked, the volumes are ruined, the tomes are kaput. More advanced cow punching. The old 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, you're not very good at stopping punching, and you punch the book to bits. It's half a cannonball, the front half. You pick up the cannonball and read and inspect it. There's an inscription that you can mostly read. It says the cannonball came from Fort Treason and it's got the address stamped right onto the surface. This bombardment was done by the military, but done by the army. The horror. The horror. The horror. Where's that cop? There it is. Pointing straight north, and if you pace back and forth a little bit, you can actually see it move. You're very close. There's nothing north of the ranch but woods. Do you want to follow the compass through them? I do. Ooh, aspens. Ugh. What are my current stats there? Okay, that's gonna help me there. And that's gonna help me there. Or there. Thick bucks counter increases by 6. Or there. Or there. Okay, it might help a little bit. That's not going to be enough, is it? No, it'll be close, but just not close enough. Alright, we need to call it a video here. I'm the Blues 32. This is... West of Loathing. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Let's go back to Dirtwater.